What's up, guys? I'm Paul. This is Pauline Theology's Daily Devo, and we are on the last little bit, verse 10, chapter 2, of this amazing 10-verse description of our salvation. Who we are before Christ, how we come to be in Christ, and then what life is like after Christ. It's really a powerful message. And 10 is where we are after we have become saved, what our lives should look like after. And it's funny. It's like the only doing that we do is wrong, but then the other doing that we do isn't even from us. So it's super powerful, man. And so if you haven't checked out verse 10 yet on chapter 2, go ahead, stop the tape, read it, come back, and we'll discuss the core questions. If you have, let's check it out, man. What does verse 10 say? It says, "For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God beforehand made so that we might walk in them." What is this saying? First off, it's saying that we are God's workmanship. And workmanship, the word there, poema, is actually been used as an idea of an artist creating artistry or creating works of art. And so some have wrote this as a masterpiece. It says that we are God's masterpiece, man. It's because it's not only a term for creation, but it's just like creating something magnificent. But it's also just understood as like a person who molds and put things together. So it's a powerful word of who we are in Christ, that we are his masterpiece, his workmanship, his creation. We are something that he took the time and focused on, that he did diligently with proper thought to what he was going to do. And that's who we are in Christ. And then it says that we have good works that we're going to be able to do. And it's not that anything that we have to try and figure out or come up with, because it says that God made these beforehand. So that's a powerful thing too as well. Sometimes I think we sit around and wonder, what is it that God has called us to? Well, remember, there is something that he has called us to, because he said he has these works, these good works, these things that are going to benefit others and glorify God. He has them already predestined for us to do. But all we have to do, it says, is that we must walk in them. We just have to walk in them, man. So know that God has something for you. Well, what does this say about God? It says that God is a magnificent creator. And so we are his workmanship. We are his masterpiece. That's who we are. A lot of people like that psalm where it says that he is fearfully and wonderfully made us. Well, right here it says that we're his masterpieces. We a masterpiece, homie. So that's beautiful. That's who God is, man. One who would love us enough to care for us and place each particular thing in us in a special way, so that we can serve and glorify his name. What's to say about man? Well, it says we his masterpiece, his craftsmanship, his workmanship, that we are more than just things. We are more than just insignificant beings. But also that, man, we can do abundantly good if we just walk in the things that God has called us to. I alluded to a question kind of earlier that we asked. Some people ask, like, what is our purpose, or what are we called to do? Well, there are things that we know for certain that we're supposed to do. Spoiler alert, it is to be a witness, to share the gospel, to testify of how good God is. That's number one. That's the chief thing. And then we're going to get a little bit deeper. Well, I'm just going to say it, and love the church. That's what it is. Love each other, love one another, care for one another, care for people. See, these are the things that God has called us to do. Well, we're going to see it more explicitly as we continue to read through Ephesians in the later chapters. He's going to begin talking about what it is that he has called us to do and how we are called to live. So continue to read. I didn't pull it all for you. continue to read and continue to listen, and we'll discuss those things. But finally, what is the application that we have for what we have just discussed about him being a magnificent creator and that he has works for us to walk out in? Well, I think we've got to recognize and see the opportunities that we can demonstrate these good glories of God to others. Recognize the opportunities to share faith with others. Recognize the opportunity to share love with others. Recognize the opportunities to be able to love and to demonstrate God's kindness that he has shown to us. Look for those opportunities and find them in your life. I appreciate you guys for listening, and I'll see you as we continue through Ephesians.